Welcome back to the channel, everybody.
We're going to be talking about opening the closed guard today.
Yes, we are, because being in closed guard sucks.
There's nothing worse than being stuck, man. You can't submit the guy. You feel like you're in prison.
Don't do the blue belt choke where you just jam the crawler across the throat. I know you've seen it on YouTube. Don't do it.
You've probably gotten armbarred trying it.
Let's look at some realistic escapes. Let's go. So we're talking closed guard.
Closed guard. It's dangerous in there. What are we talking about? Because you don't want to be hanging out in there for too long if you can help it.
I hate it.
Hate it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Hate it. If we're not throwing punches, let's just not be in closed guard.
Amen.
Right? Because let's go to closed guard. Let's just talk about this for a second. So he's in closed guard. I'm in his closed guard.
Submit me.
Somebody's in a closed guard. Either way. There's not a lot I can do. I have two viable options. Both suck. One is a cool, like, we got him. Which I've seen in competitions. I know there's highlight reels out there. But that's not what we're looking for. The other one that I've seen, and I've even seen it at the black belt level, but I think it's referred to as the blue belt choke, where you cross grip here, you posture up, and you just gotta drive in and kill him. Yeah, I don't know what he's doing.
Just being a good actor.
Yeah, no, you're really not. But those are not real solutions. Now, for me, when we're in closed guard is, I personally feel that if you want to get out, if you want out of here, there is no real safe way to do it. At some point during your escape, your partner has the ability to submit you or sweep you. And it's our job as the person trying to get out to understand what those options is the word I'm looking for. Options that he has. That way I can take preemptive measures to make sure he can't get them, and I can kind of work my way through them in a safe manner. But there are always options. So I know you people online are going to watch this and you're going to be like, but I would just do that. I know you would. And I know you know that. That's why it works. Because I can pay attention and I can... Why are you flexing all of a sudden?
I had to switch my feet, man. You're sitting here talking this whole time. My feet are getting tired. The shin. My shin. That muscle on my shin is getting tired.
All right, let's just get in it. Let's just get in it. So the first one we're going to go over, I got from Henzo Gracie. I think he's actually made a video about it, so you might have seen it online. But we're going to talk a little bit in depth about it and why I like it so much. I actually don't like playing square to my partner where my knees are in line with his shoulders. This makes me feel dangerous. I always like to kind of create a little bit of an angle so that I've committed to opening up this side. Like, I'm not going to turn this way and then try to frame on this hip. That just doesn't make any sense. I've committed to my right leg probably coming inside and then trying to work on opening his guard. So he knows where I'm going. I know he knows where I'm going, and I know where I'm going, right? So I've cut off the rest of the escapes. So I feel like sometimes when I create that little bit of an angle where I posture and I turn my hip over where I'm now looking this way, I'm still going to face my partner. What I'm going to do is he's thinking this way. He knows it. He's like, eventually this knee is going to come right into my tailbone. He's going to jam it in there. He's going to jam the belt, and he's going to start trying to pry. That's what I think this guy is thinking, and that mentality is what gets this to work, in my opinion, where I'm fighting the hands, I'm doing all these crazy things, and I shift my hips over, and we can kind of see he's bowed here at this angle, and that's what I'm paying attention to. So what I'm going to do now is, while his guard's all locked up, is I'm going to walk myself up. I'm going to step up, and I'm going to twist my knee into his hip, and then my back leg is going to windshield wiper, and we're going to open. And I'm going to crank his hip over. And I know this arm is exposed. I know it is. And I know you're thinking, you're like, well, I'm just going to grab his sleeve. And I'm going to do that Umapalata thingy that I learned last week in class. But I know you know that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to quickly tuck, and I'm going to pull out. I'm going to run away. I'm not going to get aggressive. I'm not going to try to pass. I'm just going to back out. Because This is for the most part a losing position for me. Like there's not a lot I can do to win. So I need to get myself out of here and into a situation where I can generate some real offense and put myself in a winning position. And that's the mistake I see a lot of people make when they do this. They go here, they pop up, they do it really nice, they crank, they open, and they're like, oh, but if I just posture and I swim, I can pass his guard. Great, but what happens when you go like this and he grabs your sleeve and you go posture, uh-oh, and then he triangles his legs? Now you're done. That's where you went wrong. You didn't get out of closed guard. You started to, and then out of nowhere, wow, I'm tired. Whew.
I'm not on a diet.
Yeah, that's a lot of moving.
Sorry. Like 220.
That's where the mistakes happen. Okay, where you need to get out, get to half guard, back up, play from spider guard, play from a lasso, get to double unders, get somewhere where you can be offensive. Don't think that because his guard is open and you're like this, that you're out of bad scenarios, okay? Back up, trap a leg, right? Now he'll make a commitment to his hip. Now we can go over under, we can go double unders, I can push the knee down, I can lay on him. There's a lot of different options, but they stem from creating a little bit of an angle, step up, partner's probably gonna try to underhook it. Great, we open, knee cuts through, elbow closes off, and look, I ran away, I got out. I was in a crappy spot, not in kind of a crappy spot, but a better spot. And that's a win, right? We went from really bad to kind of bad, but kind of bad can go to good with a couple of good, next steps. So that's the first one we got here. So now we're going into the second closed guard opening, the second, okay? And these are not, I repeat, these are not in a specific order of which ones I like and which ones I don't like, because some of the ones I really like are not in this video. If you want to see those, let us know in the comments below, because I'd be happy to make a video for those. These are just ones that work very well together, okay? So my partner's down. And we're pretty much here. And I can't remember which one we're doing.
This is why we need to do a video on your favorites instead of 3 good ones. This one is the one that we're going to do where you push the lapel over.
No, that's the third one. That's coming up soon.
He said no order, and now he's telling me there's an order?
That one's like a progression order, though. Like, that one comes after this one.
This one you're going to push the belt over my fat stomach and right into my heart.
I just needed him to say that.
That hurts my feelings.
For a little,
Hey, come on,
little
man.
girth in the
Yeah,
belt.
all right. I know. You're
So-
a little tired.
Ideally, we're going double collar, right? Sometimes it doesn't work. We're tired through a match. This is one of those.
What if I do that? No, you can't go double collar. You only got one option.
You want to know a better option?
No,
I can show it to you.
please.
Okay. What we do here is we step on the open part of the jacket.
What if I go old school 90s Brazilian national style and just hold it back here? That way you don't have anything.
Next grip, armpits. Works every time. Just right in there. Gets them to open up. Okay. But in all seriousness, I meant what I said with stepping on the jacket. If you guys want to see that one, it's super tricky. Works really well against guys who really don't want to open up the guard because it keeps them pinned to the mat, so I can show it to you guys in another video. But this is, for this one, this is a, hey, there's a minute 30 left of training, right? Competition, whatever the case may be, and I need to get this guy's guard open like now. Like, this is go time. This isn't like we're gonna play patty cake and fight for grips. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna posture my head up and my hips up, and look, I'm moving him, right? I'm getting physical, getting a little aggressive because I gotta get out. Like, can't buy any time. I'm gonna jam the belt up his body as I come up. I'm gonna push him. My knee goes right into his tailbone, and then I open my leg up running away from him. Away from him. And then I pull the belt back. I drop my elbow between the legs, push his leg down, and then I step over. Again, backing out. Get your toe out of there.
Out of where?
And I back out, right? I don't want to get physical. I need to get out of closed guard, and then I need to figure out how to pass to get those points back. So we're in here. Times are running. We're going to jam him up as tall as I can. So I have the belt. I jam him, move my knee right into his tailbone. I open hard. I pull the elbow back, and I back out. From here, I like to go into my over-under. You could possibly go into a knee cut. That's all on you. But let's turn a little bit for him. Let's just give a little turn. A little turn.
That way I can show him the toe up the...
Yeah. Get him to move a little bit. Okay.
Thank you.
Nice. Looks nice.
Good belt.
Pearl Wheat belts. Check them out. Thumb up. Thumb in. I'm sorry. Jam him. Jam him as I'm coming up. Boom. Physical. That way, look. Now my knee has this space. It comes straight through because I got his hips past. We pull him back in closer guard. Look, my knee can't come across. His hip's in the way. So I'm going to jam him, hold him. My knee comes in. Frame. Pull in, and I back out. I'm away from him. He's got to come at me now. As he comes at me, that's when I can come right back at him, and I can hit those passes. Not with ease, but with ease. I mean, come on, I'm halfway through. He's panicking. End of the match. He doesn't need the point scored against him. He's fighting to figure it out. Now is our time to attack. So that's the second one we got. Now
Did you press go already? Yes?
I did.
Oh, whoops. Okay, sorry. Proceed.
the third.
When your fingers are taped, you can't exactly show the right. Yeah. The third and a quarter one.
3.
That works.
The third one. I almost did 4. The third one that we got here is a little bit of a bait and switch. So let's turn a little bit. That just a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. So.
Thank you.
Nice. So, what we're doing here now, guys, or ladies, don't know, don't get offended. When we're in this position, I gotta get out and I just can't. This particular escape is never my first choice, but I do it all the time. Figure it out. I get stuck here. And guys have really strong legs. And at the end of the day, they're pinching their knees. They're pulling me in. And it's like, man, I don't want to go down there. No. And it's hard to keep doing it. It's hard to like not base on him to like hold yourself up. Right? Like, and I don't want to get stuck in that fight for like 3 minutes. Right? Like, I got better things to be doing with my time, like making him tap. Let's get to the fun stuff. So, in that scenario is when I use this. And only in that scenario do I use this. So, I'm going to take the far side collar from you guys. Far side. Okay, we got the gi nice and open just to make sure we don't get this confused. Far side. I'm going to take a pistol grip here on the end of his gi. And as he's trying to fight through, I'm going to grab it, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to cross it under the belt, across the pants, okay? I'm going to go right across the hip bones with it. So he's pulling me in, and I'm going to jam it right to the floor. And then what I'm going to do is like a São Paulo pass, I'm going to switch my base. I'm just going to whoop. I'm going to open up here, okay? Now look, my elbow can still touch his far side hip, but now I can look back, and I can see his feet and what we got going on back here that's keeping me, and I can start to address it. Now the bait and switch here is he thinks he can go to my back. He thinks he can. So as he starts to go to my back, yeah. But now look, because I'm pressing his hips away and my elbow is framing as he starts to scoot, it gets very difficult, and I can step over that ankle And now look, I'm not going to go at him. Don't get crazy, because if I lean on him, he might just take my back. My goal is to press him and go away from him so he has to chase me. This grip keeps him at bay. Something to do with the way that they wear jackets. It just like locks them in place. So I got my grip. My partner's not letting me in here. Oh, I've got to keep him at bay. I'm trying to fight back. I'm here. I grab the end. I jam it. Post. Back up. Okay? Now, do not take your fist and go away from his body like this. Because now when he gets up, he can reach. Because I didn't stay close to the hip. Go back down. Go back down.
Oh, sorry.
You want to make Trav uncomfortable. That's the way to do it. All right, here we go.
I need to take this down here on his hip. That way my elbow is still working as a frame. So when he goes to get up, my elbow now, I'm pulling the jacket and I'm curling my elbow in so that I can basically open his legs like a Sao Paulo pass. And now I can push off the floor and his body. Look, I'm moving him with that elbow, and I can back up and I can drop that elbow between his legs, and now I can go to my over under. I can do, you know, all sorts of different fun, exciting passes and things. But try it out. It also works easier if the gi is inside the belt, because then the gi gets stuck in the belt and it makes it a little bit tighter. Not quite as risky, but I've passed a lot of black belts with that pass. No, sorry, misspoke. I have opened the guards of a lot of black belts and got to half guard with that opening. Or double unders or over unders, and then may or may have not passed. That would be the correct statement.
No one was going to call you out on it. I wasn't. Because I've gotten my guard pass a lot with this.
By me.
Yes.
It works. Looks a little flaky. Looks like they can take your back. But don't tell your training partner about it and say, hey, well, I want to try to open up your guard. Don't let me open up your guard. Give it a shot. He'll try to go to your back. He's a jiu-jitsu guy. He's like, oh, I saw the back. I want to go there. And the second he opens up his guard to scoot around, you'll step into half guard, you'll back out, and you'll be like, holy crap. Travis knows what he's talking about.
Who would have thunk it?
And I didn't even come up with this move. I can't even remember who taught me. And I honestly, if memory serves me right, it was Kit Dale.
I think you said Kit Dale.
I think Kit Dale did it.
Yeah.
I think we were at Copa Podio and we had like started talking. I think he brought this up and I was like, I think you're full of crap.
And then he did it.
And then I like went home and I kind of looked at it. I tried it on a couple of white belts and I was like, maybe it's got its spot. And then all of a sudden I couldn't get it right. I was like, you know what? I'm not getting out of this guard anyway, so let's try it.
Screw it.
And then sure enough it worked and I was like, maybe, just maybe. And now it has a place in my game.
And it can have a place in yours.
I hope. If it does, leave a comment because I want to hear about it.
And if it doesn't, leave a comment because I want to hear about it.
Till next time.
Hey guys, after watching that video, hope that you found opening the closed guard to be as easy as opening a checking account and opening a can of tuna.
Both of which can be a struggle for some people.
The tuna's not easy. I've cut my fingers multiple times. There's like ninja stars on the tops of those things. Would you cut them?
You're an idiot. You're an idiot.
Dude, I got all kinds of scars.
What? Being in closed guard sucks. Okay? It's probably one of the worst positions you could ever be in because it's extremely difficult to win from that position. You really do have to work on opening it, but it's also a position you shouldn't fear and you should feel pretty confident in. So hopefully you can apply some of these techniques to your training.
If you found this video helpful, please give us a like, comment, and subscribe. Typical. And let us know if there's anything that you'd like to see. Anything within reason.
Comments.
Below.
I like comments.
Comments work well. We actually respond to those.
Well, I do. He doesn't.
I don't really know. I don't have the password. He doesn't trust me.
I do not.
No.
he'll say some pretty foul stuff.
You don't want that.
We don't want
We
that.
don't want that.
Misspellings, okay. Foul stuff, not okay.
Not okay. We'll see you next time.